ഇത് മതില്ലേ?
Very good evening.
This is okay. This is okay. ഇതുപോലെ
Okay, sir. Okay, okay.
ഇത് ക്ലിയർ അല്ലേ ഇപ്പൊ?
Clear, clear.
എവിടെത്താ പ്രതീക്ഷ?
ആ റിസോഴ്സ് പേഴ്സണോട് ഞാൻ കയറാൻ വേണ്ടി പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇല്ല അധികമായി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അവർ പിന്നെ അങ്ങോട്ട് പോണ്ടി വരും അല്ലേ? പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്ന ടീച്ചേഴ്സേ. ഹലോ,
ആ സാർ,
കേൾക്കാം?
കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ട് സാർ.
അത് 2-3 ആളെ
ആ സാർ.
പരിചയപ്പെടുത്തണം. ഇവർക്ക് ഇന്ന ആൾക്കാരൊക്കെ പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്നുണ്ടെന്ന് പറയാൻ ഞാൻ അവരോട് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട് കയറാൻ.
ഓക്കെ, ഓക്കെ.
പെട്രൊക്കെ തന്നെ കയറാൻ വേണ്ടി പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട് ഞാൻ.
ആ സാർ. സാർ അവരൊരു ഇത് കൊടുക്കുമോ? ഇൻട്രൊഡക്ഷൻ കൊടുക്കുമോ?
ഇല്ല ഇല്ല ഇല്ല, ഞാൻ അവരെ പരിചയപ്പെടുത്തുമ്പോൾ അവർ ജസ്റ്റ് ഒന്ന് പറയും.
ഓക്കെ സാർ, ഓക്കെ, ഓക്കെ.
ആ ഫസ്റ്റ് പേപ്പറിന് ഇതിന്റെ ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട റിസോഴ്സ് പേഴ്സൺ വേണം.
ഓക്കെ, ഓക്കെ സാർ.
കാരണം അതിൽ മാത്തമാറ്റിക്കൽ റീസണിങ് ലോജിക്കൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. അത് നമുക്ക് പഠിപ്പിക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല.
ഓക്കെ സാർ, ഓക്കെ.
അതവരല്ലേ ചെയ്യും.
Colgate Max Fresh Test.
ശോകരാജ് നേരത്തെ കയറിയോ? അശോകരാജ്. ഹലോ.
Namaste, sir.
സാറിനൊന്ന് ഇത് ചെയ്യട്ടെ, ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യട്ടെ സാറേ.
സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യായിരുന്നോ?
ശ്യാം. पढ़ेगा.
Good afternoon to everyone. It is with great joy and respect that I welcome you all to this UGC Yoga exam-oriented online class. With utmost respect, I now invite Dr. Padmanabhan Master to address the section.
Okay, Shyam, start.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. Shyam, Shyam.
സാർ.
എന്താ പറയണത്? പറയൂ.
Good afternoon to everyone. It is with great joy and respect that I welcome you all to this UGC Yoga exam-orientation online class. With utmost respect, I now invite Dr. Padmanabhan Master to address the section.
Thank you. So let us start the class. Namaskaram to all. So people are joining. Considering your convenience, we fix the time at 8:30. I am audible to all. Shyamnath. Shyam. Am I audible? Jayakumar. I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Okay. Thank you. So this free webinar is exclusively meant for overview of the syllabus of UGC NET examination, and this coaching will help you to write the examination in the coming UGC NET that will be held in December. And once you attend this program, so the programs will run up to December 7th. So we have already planned to start this program from 11th, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, July, and we'll follow all Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays till 7 December 2025. Sometimes the classes, we hope that we would be able to finish all the modules, all the units within the time limit. If any difficulties are experienced, so we may go for extending the hours. Yes, please put this one goes to you. Please put the mic off all the participants. So we'll give them permission to talk at the last of the session. So the UGC NET examination is not exclusively for the UGC NET examination. It has dual purposes. two purposes. First is those who are qualified or studying MA, MSc Yoga, expecting 55% marks, can attend this UGC NET examination that will be conducted in December.
Okay.
In December 2025. Number one. Please put off your mic till I complete my talk. After that, I will give you time to talk. Okay, please don't put on your mic, and that may be a disturbance to all. So, it has dual purpose, means first, those who already passed out, completed MA, MSc, and those who are studying also, they can attend the UGC NET examination. UGC NET examination that will be conducted. Okay, in December 2025. Shamna, it's okay. Now it's okay. Now it's okay. Now it's okay. Now, the second is, this course would be beneficial to other persons who has a good background of, a little bit of background of yoga and can understand English. So those persons are very much benefited to understand the alpha to omega of yoga. You will get a sound knowledge about yoga. What are the theoretical, philosophical, psychological, spiritual aspects? And what are the applications and what are the therapeutic uses? And what are the important texts on yoga? And what are the important methods that is to be adopted during yoga therapy? Everything will be explained. So by considering the request of the students, so previously we already conducted only for the second paper yoga, but it is not possible to get full marks for yoga paper. So there are two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. So paper 1 is the general paper that considers the teaching methods, research methods. Please put off your mic. Research methods, then mathematical reasoning, then information technology, communication, something like that. So this time, we have taken the responsibility to teach first paper 2, so that you can attend most of the questions and from first paper, and from second paper yoga you already learning. So then it is very easy to pass. And second is, we will talk about the whole frame of the syllabus based upon the syllabus, but bi-weekly or once in a month or twice in a month, we will conduct a mock test, multiple choice mock test on the Google form. So it is a evaluation that how far or what you understood during the classes already taught to you. And this multiple choice questions, it is not for yoga alone, first paper also. So the first paper, the teaching are the real those persons who already passed UGC NET examination in the first paper. Not only in the first paper is a common paper for all the programs, disciplines, and having some discipline, have this and PhD degree, all are very qualified resource persons. So I will introduce them first. After that, I will continue about the overview of the syllabus. So let me talk about and before that, I request all the participants who already joined in this program, in the chat box, please type out your WhatsApp number and the email ID. And we make a group, separate a group for that. We have not yet decided the fees. You may be very much interested to ask us what would be the fees. The fees we have not so far been fixed. So we will fix the fees based upon the number of the students. So once you post your phone number and email ID, so we will create a separate group. In that group, we will post what would be the fee. And those who are interested to join this program with fee and the registered fee candidates, we will make the last group. And the last group will be the registered group. Okay, I hope that everyone is getting what I am talking about. So this program is not meant for charging huge fees from you. The fees will be reasonable and that would be affordable to you. Because for teaching this first paper, etc., and even some Ayurveda, something in the second paper, yoga, so we have to engage a right resource person. A right resource person is meaningful because they would be able to talk about. So first of all, we have Dr. Sana. Sana, you are joined, Sana?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Audible?
Yes. So we have Sana. Yes, Sana. So Sana will teach you the teaching aptitude and some research aptitude also, and the last 10th unit. And what is that, Sana? You talk, please. Sana, please.
Am I audible to everyone?
We come to the.
Yes, audible.
Put your video on. Okay. Okay, she is Sana. Yes.
So good evening, everyone. I am Sana Anis, and I have a background in English literature and education. And I have been a faculty at Kannur University and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University, Delhi. Currently, I am pursuing my PhD from University of Delhi. It's my final year. So I'm a research scholar and I cleared UGC NET in 2021. So I will be just briefly, talking about which are the units I will be taking. So as you're aware, or if you have seen the syllabus, which you can download online from the UGC website, the paper 1 syllabus is divided into 10 units. So I will be taking unit 1, unit 2, and unit 10. So just briefly, I will be telling you what are those units concerned with. So starting with unit 1 is a teaching aptitude unit, which will test
Recording in progress.
candidates' understanding of the core principles and practices of effective teaching, like how to teach, what are the pedagogical principles, and so on. And it is further divided into 6 subparts. So part 1 will talk about the concept, the objectives, and the levels of teaching. So the definition of teaching, the objectives of teaching, the levels of teaching. This will be covered in part 1. Part 2 will take care of the learner's characteristics. So the diverse fields of learners, whether it be academic, social, emotional, and the cognitive characteristics of both adolescent and adult learners. So part 2 will deal with learners. Part 3 will deal with the factors affecting teaching. So what are the factors affecting teaching? For example, the teacher's personality or the subject knowledge of the teacher, the learner motivation, or the learner readiness, or availability of support materials, teaching aids, etc. All these things will be covered in part 3. Part 4 will be the methods of teaching in higher education. What are the current methods of teaching in higher education? And also we will be dealing with the online and offline modes of teaching and talking about Swayam Prabha, and MOOC, which I'll be talking in detail later. So right now I'm just giving you a brief. Part 5 will touch upon the teaching support system, like the modern and the ICT, based tools. And the last part will be throwing light on the evaluation system. So what are the current, evaluation systems which are practiced across schools in India? For example, CBCS, which is choice-based credit system, or CBT, your UGC NET exam is in CBT mode, computer-based testing. So what are these modes and what is their definition and what are the different types of evaluation systems which are followed all across India in schools and colleges? Especially we'll be touching upon higher education here. So that will be covered in Unit 1. So that is Unit 1. Moving on to Unit 2, which is research aptitude. So this is a very important, unit in the UGC NET syllabus, and there are a lot of questions which come in paper 1 based on research aptitude. So it's also divided into 6 subparts. Again, part 1 will talk about the basic meaning of research, the types of research, and the characteristics of research. So we'll be talking about qualitative and quantitative research, or basic applied research, exploratory, explanatory research. So there are a lot of types. I will be dealing with that. The second unit is methods of research. So what are the different research methodologies that are used in social sciences and in education? For example, experimental, descriptive, historical. There are various types which we will be dealing with. So moving ahead, we will go to the steps of research, how research is conducted, because it's a scientific process. So there are steps to it. So we'll be moving on to step by step of research, of any research that is being done in social sciences. And the fourth part is focuses on thesis and article writing. Like what is the format? We'll be talking mostly about APA, MLA, and Chicago style. We'll be touching on all three because questions come from all three. Mostly question comes from APA style because in social science, APA style is followed. So we'll be talking about that, how to go about the abstract, the introduction, the literature review, the results and conclusions, so on, and the various referencing style. The fifth part of Unit 2 talks about application of ICT in research. What are the ICT tools that are used? Example, what are the tools for analysis like SPSS and the Google form that Sir just talked about, the referencing, apps like Zotero and Mendeley. Then we'll also be touching upon JSTOR and Scopus, how research scholars use these applications to further, accentuate their research. These are some of the terms that we'll be talking about. And the last and the most, one of the most important parts of introduction to research is research ethics. A lot of questions come from this part based on plagiarism, data fabrication, and informed consent. How should one conduct research? What kind of permissions one has to take? So questions can come from this research aptitude section as well. So I hope I'm clear with
Yes.
Unit 1 and Unit 2.
Yes.
And then the last unit which I'll be touching upon is Unit 10, which is a higher education system. So it will look into the history, the structure, and the policy-driven aspects of higher education in India. So one part will be history, the other part will be the structural, aspects of it, and the third will be the policy. What are the policies down the years which have been, applied in higher education in India? And the part 1 talks about the institutions of higher learning in ancient India. So for example, we're talking about institutions like Takshila, Nalanda, Vikramshila. So these are some of the ancient Indian higher education systems. And then moving on, we'll be talking about the evolution of higher learning and research. Like this part will cover the establishment of IITs, IIMs, then UGC and NAC. So all these autonomous bodies which are working for the central government and which are kind of governing the entire higher education and learning and research. So that will be talked about. And also, of course, the new education policy, the previous education policies 1986, 1992, and also the newest one, NEP 2020, that will be discussed in detail because this is a portion from which NEP 2020, from which many of the questions have been appearing repeatedly in paper 1. So the third part will touch upon Oriental, conventional, and non-conventional learning programs. Like what was the concept of Oriental learning? What are the conventional degree courses that are available in art, science, and commerce? And then the non-conventional program like distance learning and online courses, MOOCs and SWAM, and so on. The fourth part will deal with the professional, the technical, and the skill-based education. So it will deal with bodies like AICTE, NMC, BCIA, NCBET. So I'm not telling the full form right now. When we'll deal with the unit, we can talk about in detail the professional programs in engineering, medicine, law, management, which deal with the policies and the rules that are to be followed in these courses. The fifth part of the 10th unit focuses on value education and environmental education. So what is value-based education? What is environmental education? and also what are the goals which are aligned to the Millennium Goals, that also we'll be talking about in part 5 of Unit 10. The last part of Unit 10 will be touching about the policies, governance, and administration. So again, talking about the role of regulatory bodies like UGC, NAC, and state level education councils. And the key topics here would include autonomy of institutions, their accreditation, how it is done, the funding mechanism, who is funding the institutions, and the recent policy reforms under NEP 2020. So that will cover Unit 10. So I will be taking Unit 1, Unit 2, and Unit 10. So all the best to all the students. And I will try my best to cater to your needs. And also in the classes, we will also be focusing on the questions as well, not only the lecture. So thank you, everyone.
Okay, Sana. Okay, Sana. I would take the privilege to call you doctor because you are just going to be complete to your PhD.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Okay, sir.
So she is a very experienced teacher. When I was in Central University of Kerala, so I had a session in Master of Education. Everything has a cost, and that cost has motivated and inspired me to invite Sana. And Sana is a very good teacher, very talented expert, and she has bundle of multiple choice questions with her. So bi-weekly, definitely Sana will give you some this one Google form type multiple choice questions. Then you would be more acquainted with how you can answer it properly. So okay, thank you very much, Sana. So Dr. Smita.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Shall I introduce myself?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You introduce yourself.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Myself, Dr. A. Smita, and I'm working at Kannur University Teacher Education in Kasaragod here. I have completed my PhD from Central University of Kerala. I have done MSc Mathematics from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh in government Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, Government College. And then I will be taking mathematics portions from paper 1. And I hope that you will all actively participate in the session. And if you have any queries, you can clarify your doubts if you have it. And then sir will be giving me a date. In that dates, like whatever is the session, I will be taking mathematical aptitude and reasoning data interpretation, 1 or 2 units.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. And Dr. Smita, she is dual. One is she is educated she has the degree in this is education discipline, and she is a very good mathematical teacher. Definitely her service will help you, and her help would definitely help you to clear the UGC NET examination. Okay, Jyoti madam, you're on the line. Jyoti,
Yes, sir.
Jyoti, yes. Jyoti, you please talk. She's from Mysore. Yes, you tell. Oh, okay, Jyoti.
So good evening, everyone. This is Jyoti here. I'm from Mysore. I have done my BE in Information Science and Technology, and I have been working in the IT industry for the past 16 years. So right now I am on a break, and I will try my level best to help you all, clear the computer related questions from paper 1, UGC NET paper 1. All the best to all of you.
Okay, thank you. Now you see these 3 great experts, they cover most of the syllabus of paper 1, and some more teachers also joining, and the food according to the three doshas. Linisha, you are on the line?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, please talk.
Okay, good evening all. Myself, Dr. Lenisha. So I'm doing both national and international Ayurvedic programs. and very glad to be a part of this team. And I will be the faculty to teach Ayurveda related topic, which is mainly coming related with nutrition aspect, like nutrition or diet according to dosha. And not only for the exam, actually, for a yoga aspirant, it's very important to have some Ayurvedic knowledge, especially the basic principles of Ayurveda. So I hope I could handle the topics well, and I wish you all the best for your classes and hope you all achieve great success in the exam. So we'll see in the classes. Thank you all.
Oh, definitely, Vinisha. Great, you can handle the classes because you have been teaching Ayurveda even for the foreigners for many years. Thank you. Thank you very much. And some more resource persons have to join, but they could not join today to teach the remaining portions. So the resource person that which just I have introduced to you give an idea that the contents of the syllabus or the units are being handled by the experts. Okay, and they are all young teachers. You might have seen them. Their language, their way of talking, everything. So I think that this teacher will also have an inspiration for you to study the contents of the syllabus, not only for the unit 1 but for the unit 2 also. So far as the unit 2 is concerned, yoga. So I am the main faculty resource person for that. And the syllabus is too vast. It is more than paper 1. Paper 1, there are 50 questions, but in paper 2, there are 100 questions. And the questions are very complex, puzzling. So you have to listen and learn each and every concept of yoga during the classes when I teach you. So in case any doubt comes to you, you can post in the group when you register for the UGC NET examination. Already, as I already told you, that fees we have not yet decided because the fees will be decided based upon the number of the students. If the number of the students are high, then there is a chances of reducing the fees. Okay. And fees is necessary because some resource persons we have to give. That is necessary for that. So this is the thing. So for the second paper, yoga, so the first part is the fundamentals of yoga. So the fundamentals of yoga, it touches about almost all the fundamentals, foundations. Then the 10 principles Upanishads. All the 10 principles Upanishads we will teach you in the right way. And what would be the possible questions that being asked by the NTA UGC TET examination, we will include in the multiple choice questions. Then I am told by several students after completion of this June examination and the December last, because the NTA, the UGC has started to ask more questions from Yoga Upanishads. Naturally, UGC will ask more questions from Yoga Upanishad. Why? Because Yoga Upanishads is the basis of yoga, the foundations of yoga. All the practices which are explained in Yoga Upanishads that have been modified, and again they have taken some of the yogis and they wrote a book. And that books we have Hatha Pradipika, Garanda Samhita, like that. Because it is not their creation. Actually, all these fundamental, the basic concepts of yoga, theoretical and practical concept of yoga, already mentioned in the Yoga Upanishads. So when we talk about Yoga Upanishad, the origin of Yoga Upanishads is unknown. So yoga is very old, very ancient, as old as the Yoga Upanishads. So we will go through Yoga Upanishad, each and every practice of Yoga Upanishad, and whatever the questions asked by the UGC during the examination, you would be able to answer that. No doubt for that. Okay. And after that, Yoga Vasishtha also they have included. So you know that most of the students, they have already participated in the Yoga Shastra Sangama Kanyakumari. Most of them presented the paper in Yoga Vasishta. And last 2024, the theme was Yoga Upanishads. So the students, those students who are joining this UGC NET examination, so they can pick up little bit easily. But each and every concept in the class we will describe very, very, very clearly, without any doubt, without any confusion. And any confusion comes in between, you can ask at the end of the class. After that, Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, they have given some particular chapters, but I have seen that they are asking even out of the chapters. So we should have a sound knowledge, a basic understanding about all the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. And like Patanjali Yoga Sutra too. Patanjali Yoga Sutra, all the 195 sutras get to be by hearted. Each and every sutra and the number, because more than 20 questions they ask from Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So it is very easy. So you go on chanting every day, because practice will make you to remember everything. And that is Abhyasa, what Patanjali said. So all the 195 sutras will talk for, and some complex topics. There are some complex topics, Samadhi, etc. So we'll let you know what is Samadhi, what are the subdivisions of Samadhi. And it starts from gross to subtle. And the gross to subtle in the Samadhi, the process is there will be only one thought. One thought means one pratyaya. There will be no other thought. So Samadhi is a process by which reducing and minimizing the chittavrittis and focusing upon one pratyaya, one particular thought. And that may be gross or that may be subtle. So we will discuss about it afterwards. And all the basic classical text of Hatha Yoga, Hatha Pradipika, Garanta Samhita, Yoga Bija, Siddha Siddhanta Pathadi, Shiva Samhita, then Yoga Ratnavali. So these are all the classical text. And why the yoga practices differ? Because most of the teachers who are teaching yoga, so they have less understanding about the classical texts. Because all the yoga practices are taken or modified based upon the yoga theoretical or whether it is practical that are mentioned in the classical yoga texts. So these classical yoga texts, especially Garanta Samhita and Hatha Yoga Pradipika and Shiva Samhita, Siddha Siddhanta Pathadi, Yoga Bija, and there is Yoga Vasishta Samhita. There is Vasishta Samhita. And Vasishta Samhita is not exactly Yoga Vasishta. It is the Yoga Kanda. It talks about the very good practices of Pratyahara, the 16 Adharas in the body. So you will get multiple practices, and all these practices you can add in your day-to-day life and you can teach them also. And that is why I told that this program is not limited for UGC NET examination. It is extended to all those who are interested to learn yoga in detail, right? Yes. And after that, psychology is also comes there, psychology. And what are the personality theories? So we will talk about the personality theories. Most of the important personality theories, Sigmund Freud's personality theory, Carl Jung and Adler. Okay, then transactional analysis and focusing upon the developmental stages, psychosexual development, psychosocial developments, etc. We will teach you. And the altered state of consciousness, then cognitive psychology, the process of learning, attention, perception, etc. that we are going to teach you. Then the mental health in neurotic disorders and psychotic disorders. And these are the topics, the contents covered in this unit. And as I assured that, we will also teach the integrated counseling. Integrated counseling is a combination of yogic counseling plus modern counseling that also will be taught in this program, right? Then yoga, anatomy and physiology. So UGC, NTA, UGC NET, they have they have covered almost, not all, almost all the this one human systems of the body. But the human system we have to study with relation to yoga practices, and how the yoga would be complementary to the modern anatomy and physiology, because the yoga therapy is based on completely the anatomy and physiology of the human system. Until and unless you understand the physiology and the anatomy, where the organ is, it is very, very, very essential to understand. Okay, understand. Then after learning very thoroughly, and then you would be able to apply this yoga practice, which diseases it would be okay, which diseases it would not be okay, and in what way I have to modify the asana so that the patients can do. And when you modify an asana, it is called adaptive. It is called adaptive. Okay. So I hope everybody is understanding what I am discussing about, and some of the great students from North India is also attending. No, Madhav Avle, Madhavji.
Sir, I am from Maharashtra.
Maharashtra. Yes, Maharashtra.
Namaste.
Namaste,
sir.
Namaste. Kamaksha is Kamaksha. No? ओके सो मैं ये बता रहा था, तो पक्का डिटेल में सब कुछ सिखा दिया जाएगा. So if at all required, sometimes I would also like to talk in Hindi if at all required. Otherwise the classes would be in English. So the medium, the English we are using, including me and my resource persons, would be very simple. You just heard all the three great ladies, how they spoke. Okay, so that you would be able to understand. So learning the content in English is also very good. So yoga therapy and yoga, this one anatomy and physiology, both are very much related. But in the syllabus, unfortunately, some things are more repeated in the unit 9 or 10 like that. Okay, so I just will show an outline of this syllabus to you. So I will share the PPT to you, just see that. One minute. I hope you can see this now. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And this is,
Yes, sir.
and this would be the UGC Net Yoga 2005 final brochure. So we already plan to start on 11 July 25. So immediately our coordinators will post this. So in this brochure, we have given the main topics in paper 1 and paper 2, etc. Okay, fine. So you know that my Guru is Swami Narayananda Saraswati of Piharu School of Yoga. So I was initiated to yoga by his grace, and that in the auspicious day of Mahashivratri, 12 March 2002. So far as the first syllabus, you know, the Sana and Dr. Smita and Jyoti already talked about. So I am not going detail about this first paper, general paper 4. So let me come to the yoga paper. What is yoga? So yoga is fundamentals of yoga. So here you know fundamentals of yoga, meaning and definition, Upanishad, Prasthanatraya, concept of Purushartha Chadushtaya. So UGC may ask, what is the order of Purushartha Chadushtaya? Dharmartha Kama Moksha is the order, and but knowingly they disrupt. They reflect this in order. So you have to make in order. So basic concept of Shad Darshanas. So we'll talk about all the darshanas in detail. So whatever the yoga elements that we will let you know. Then introduction to epics and Smriti. Okay, Ramayana. So Ramayana and Mahabharata, every year UGC asks questions from Ramayana and Mahabharata relating to the yoga elements. Then Maharshi Patanjali and Guru, that comes afterwards. Then yoga in Narada Bhakti Sutra, it is Bhakti Marga. In Bhakti Marga, we talk about Kabir Das, Tulasi Das, and Surdas, and yoga in modern times. So we'll talk about how this can minimize this. This bar, Jayakumar.
Sir.
How this one I can minimize this? This is appearing. Is there any option? This one.
Sir,
No.
Close ചെയ്തിട്ടൊന്നുമില്ല.
എന്തോ ഹൈഡ് ചെയ്യാനുണ്ടെന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ. There is some hide.
കുഴപ്പമില്ല, ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് ക്ലിയർ ആണ്.
Okay, fine. So yoga in modern times, Swami Vivekananda Aurobindo. So it is a very detailed study. See, Shamacharan Lagadi. Okay, and you know that Shamacharan Lagadi, he was the father of Kriya Yoga. Krishnamacharya, Swami Shivananda, Rama of Himalaya, and Maharshi Mahesh Yogi, and Sriram Sharma Acharya. Then Gnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Let's see, you have to, the syllabus is more, very detailed syllabus. Then yogic text, principle Upanishads, and Bhagavad Gita and Yoga Sutra, and this is the unit. And all the Ishavasa Upanishad, Keno Upanishad, Katha Upanishad, Prasna Upanishad, Mandukya, Mandukya, Aitareya, Chandogya, and Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So we will focus upon according to the contents of the syllabus. Okay, fine. Then we'll go to Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, we go for most of the chapters except Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga and other 2 chapters, and all other chapters we will go for. So we will get a basic idea of yoga elements that are explained in Bhagavad Gita. Then Yoga Vasishta also will go for Yoga Vasishta, and some questions UGC asked out of the context they have given. So I will teach you Yoga Vasishta. You was the only sage that mind is so powerful. So you make the mind powerful. Okay, it is based upon the philosophism of idealism. Okay, everything decides by the mind. So the mind, if the mind can do wrong thing, the mind can also do right thing. So what are the things for that? Then he says that self-inquiry, okay, Atma Vichara, and self-effort, etc. Many techniques he talks about. So we will talk about in this session. Yoga Vasishta is a very interesting test. It is based upon the Gnana Yoga. Then Yoga Upanishad, we'll go for Shadasudara Upanishad, Yoga Kundali Upanishad, Yoga Chudamani, Taittiriya Brahmana Upanishad, Yoga Tattva, Dhyana Bindu, and Nada Bindu Upanishad, and Yoga Raja Upanishad. They have included 8 Upanishad. Each and every practice will study in detail so that whatever the question is being asked by the UGC, you will be able to answer them very, very clearly. No doubt for that. Then Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the UGC have given the contents, but I wanted all the contents because we have to learn all the 195 sutras explained in the Yoga Sutra. That is very, very, very essential, because once you know the Yoga Sutra, you'll be able to learn more things connected to that. Right. Then Hatha Yoga text. Hatha Yoga text, I already told you, Yoga Bija and Goraksha Samhita, then Vasishta Samhita, Shiva Samhita, Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati, then Hatha Yoga Pratipika, Garanta Samhita, and Hatha Ratnavari. And these are all the basic text. Okay, it is very necessary to know what are the theoretical and practical contents explained in these great classical texts. Then importance of Shodhana Kriya in health and disease. And somewhere, the UGC net syllabus, they have repeated many things. So anyhow, we leave it. Then asanas in Hatha Yoga text, all the text I have discussed here. Shiva Samhita, Vasishta Samhita, then Pranayama also it is discussed. Then Bandha, Mudra, and other practices you have to go through. Dhyana in Garanta Samhita. Okay, there are 3 types of dhyana. Sthula Dhyana, Jyotir Dhyana, and Sukshma Dhyana. We will talk about it. Then relationship between Hatha Yoga and Raja Yoga. It already comes in the Hatha Yoga. I don't know why they have explained here. Kevalam Raja Yogaya, Hatha Vidya Upadishyade, etc. So anyhow, so then general psychology. General psychology, altered state of consciousness based upon the brain rhythms, alpha rhythm, beta, delta, theta, etc. And there are many sleep disorders. Okay. And behavioral psychology, and what is behavior, and was the father of behavior psychology, and what actually behavior says. And behaviorist believes that everything is the behavior we observe outside. So you observe the behavior and you modify the behavior, then your personality can be developed. That is their content. They don't believe in the concept of mind. And later the theory was very much criticized. So the most very apt definition of yoga psychology, not yoga psychology, psychology is the study of behavior and mental processes. So the personality, we will talk about some of the major personality theories. So it is very, very, very essential to understand the personality theories, and most of the counseling and psychotherapy, whatever we use today, is based upon the personality theories, because no single personality theory is 100% right. Okay, so we have to pick up most of the relevant therapies, relevant counseling techniques that are explained in the very, very important personality theories. Then we go for cognitive psychology. Cognitive psychology is the psychology of the mind. Then mental health. Mental health, we will talk about neurotic disorders and what is mental conflicts and frustrations, and common mental disorder, insomnia, depression, stress, anxiety, we will discuss. Then introduction to human anatomy and physiology. I am not going to talk about all these things. Cytology and histology, it is related to the cells and the tissues. Then musculoskeletal system, you have to understand very, 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 very well, because then only you would be able to modify the biomechanics or the kinesiology or the movement of the postures. Okay. And what is the biomechanics? In which position you have to maintain your body, and from where you have to start. This is called an axis. From 90-degree level, you have to up and down. So there is an axis. So even in the Bhujangasana, the axis is 180-degree, the line. So this is the axis. And from that you have to, well, this is the biomechanics. Biomechanics means the movement. Kinesiology means whatever the muscles involved. And what are the major muscles involved? So you are going to teach in this class. So that is why I told you in the very beginning that the class is not specifically or especially exclusively meant for UGC NET examination. The practices, the practical yoga practices I am going to talk about would be very much useful and beneficial to those who are interested to join this program. Okay, then digestive and excretory system. In this system, we will talk in detail about the Midahara, the nutritions, etc. And Dr. Soumya, she could not join today, and she is a senior nutritionist in the Pylon Government Hospital. So she will be the resource person for teaching you the nutrition, modern nutrition. And I will teach the yogic nutrition. And after that, you combine both yogic nutrition and modern nutrition, and you make an integral nutrition or integrated nutrition or a combined nutrition. The combined nutrition work beautifully, because particular thing, a particular practice may not you help to treat a disease or may not to give the same benefits. And when you integrate, definitely the benefits definitely will come out. So digestive and excretory system, we all included the nutrition also. Then renal physiology, it is excretory system and nervous system and glands. So I will teach you this with relation to yoga practices and how anatomy and physiology is correlated with the yoga program or yoga anatomy and yoga philosophy. Not philosophy, physiology. So cardiovascular and respiratory system. Then respiratory system already covered here. So then immune system, then endocrinology and reproductive system. All system they have included. And all in the yoga therapy, you can see all these human systems, you can see that. And diet and nutrition. Okay, diet and nutrition, human nutritional requirement, food, and what is macronutrients. We will yoga teach therapy, you can see all these other than the human systems, you can see that. And diet and nutrition. Okay, diet and nutrition requirement, food, and what is. Okay. Then this micronutrients, macronutrients, fat soluble nutrients. All can hear me? Sham.
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Some disturbance has come in between.
Okay.
Okay, fat-soluble nutrients, water-soluble nutrients. So this course will teach you a nutrition course. This course will make you a very good authentic nutritionist. Then significance of the carbohydrate, proteins, lipid, vitamins, and minerals, right? And excessive deficiency of diseases, nutrition. What are the deficiencies? Everybody should know this. Okay. Then we go for the yogic concept of diet. Okay, and in management of lifestyle, in which we would teach you the minerals, calcium, iron, phosphorus, etc. Then the food groups. Okay, selection, preparation, and nutritive values of pulses, nuts, and oil seeds. Then milk and milk products, vegetables and fruits, fats, oil, sugar, jaggery, honey, etc. Okay, honey, etc. It is an integrated nutrition. And what would be the calorie intake for an adult? Is it 2000 something, 1000, 6000 something? And what is basal metabolic rate? Basal metabolic rate means you need the energy when you are at rest. Even by raising your hand, you need energy. And without the proper intake of the food, you cannot raise your head. You cannot raise your hand. And this is what basal metabolic rate means. You are not doing any vigorous activity. You are doing only simple activities like the movements of the fingers and blinking of the eyes and breathing, etc. You need energy. And that energy, what would be the intake of calorie? What would be the intake of the food? So that the minimum requirement of the calorie you will have. And that is what we call basal metabolic rate. I hope everybody is getting what I am saying. No?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Yes, okay. So this is food and metabolism. Then yoga and health. Yoga and health, they have included Triguna theory, then Pancha Mahabhuta, Pancha Prana, etc. That we will discuss. Okay. Discuss and concept of Pancha Kosha, Shat Chakra. And Shat Chakra will discuss in detail. Then Heyam Dukkam Managadam. Means whatever the dukkha is coming to you, you should know about it. And this is actually a repetition here. Because they have already given Patanjali Yoga Sutra in detail in paper 1, paper 2, paper 3. And I don't know why this UGC net people have given this Heyam Dukkam Managadam again here. I don't know. And mental and emotional health. This is Chitta Vikshevas, Vyadhisthana Samsaya. So they have divided into two. One is the physical and other one is the emotional. So when you add the physical, okay, the physical, the physical, that is, it is here physical. Vyadhi, Alasya, Angame Jayatva, and Shwasa Prashwasa. This is the potential cause for this one, physical and physiological. And this is mental, Sthana, Samshaya, Pramada, Aviradi, Bhranti Darshana. And when you add all the three, you will get the 13, 9 plus 4, 9 plus 4, 13, the Chitta Vikshevas. This is already we explained when we teach the Yoga Sutra in Samadhi Pada, Sadhana Pada, whatever the Pada it is. And I don't know why they have given repeated here. I have no comments upon this. Or anyhow. So yogic diet. Again, it is a repetition actually. Midahara classification of yogic diet according to traditional test. So when we learn the Garanta Samhita, so we have to learn the yogic diet. So this unit has no much relevance. So diet according to the body constitution Prakriti, and that will teach you very meaningfully and purposefully by Dr. Linisha. And Linisha is a very expert Ayurvedic physician. So she will teach you Vada, Pitta and Kapha. And concept of date, Patya and Apatyahara. Okay, contraindicated and indicated foods. So yogic principles of healthy living, Ahara, Vihara, something like that. And again, Maitri, Karana, Mudita, Upeshanam, they included here. So therapeutic yoga. The therapeutic yoga, they have included most of the diseases of system. Respiratory disorders, allergic rhinitis, sinusitis, chronic bronchitis, chronic bronchial asthma, so cardiovascular hypertension, angina pectoris, okay, cardiac asthma. So we will plan a yoga therapy. How you would be able to plan yoga therapy? when you have a sound understanding of anatomy and physiology. It is not just copying from the website and cutting and pasting. Cutting and pasting is not allowed in this program. You have to think. You have to think. So we will give an assignment to you, and that assignment you have to complete, and you have to send the assignment to us. And when it is right, we confirm that you are very good students. Okay, baby Kamal? Yes. So this is cardiovascular disorder, hypertension, angina pectoris, then cardiac asthma, the endocrinal and metabolic disorders, diabetic mellitus, hypo, and there will be more modified yoga therapy we will teach you in this session. And that modified therapy may not be useful for this UGC and examination, but that may be more useful for your daily practices and when you are framing yoga therapy. So endocrinal and metabolic disorder, diabetes mellitus, and all diseases are, psychosomatic disorders, diabetics and hypo and hyperthyroidism. So mind is very much involved there. So when we talk about the Yoga Vasishta and what is the Adi and Vadi, the concept was described in the world first, was not the modern science. It was described and explained by our great Yoga Vasishta, not Vasishta, Maharshi, Vasishta Maharshi. So endocrinal, then obstetrics and gynecological disorders, menstrual, premenstrual, we will go for all these, prenatal and antenatal care. Then gastrointestinal disorder, gastritis, indigestion, peptic ulcers, we will go for that. Then musculoskeletal disorders, intervertebral disc prolapse. This is intervertebral disc prolapse, lumbar spondylosis, cervical spondylosis, arthritis, etc. We'll discuss, right? Then we'll go for neurological disorders, one migraine, tension, headache, epilepsy. Okay, how to relax, we'll teach you how to relax. Then psychiatric disorder, neurosis, anxiety disorder, phobias, depressions. And psychiatric disorders, it is in conjunction with modern medicine. Okay, psychiatric is more prone to mental. Anxiety disorders is okay, phobia, depressions, but it is not possible to give yoga alone for dementia and schizophrenia, etc. So that you can administer yoga and administer in conjunction with modern medicine. Who is talking about in between? Shamnath, please tell them to put off their mic. Yes. Then last is the applications of yoga. Applications of yoga. Is the time now? Okay. Applications of yoga, applied philosophy, and yoga in education. Teaching methods also included, teaching methodology, models of lesson plan. How will you make a lesson plan? We will teach you. Then yoga classroom also included. Then practical yoga practices, they have included some standing asana. Here specifically written, Surya Namaskar must be practiced traditionally. So it means that Ministry of Ayush recommends only the traditional one and not this one other form of Surya Namaskar. So standing postures, Ardhagati Chakrasana, Padakastasana, this one, etc. We'll go for. Then sitting postures, prawn postures, supine postures, balancing and pranayama, etc. Then practices leading to meditation. So in which there are some meditations, we'll teach you. Then bandhas and mudras and contemporary yoga practice. Sushma Vayama for Dhirendra Brahmachari we will go for. And mind sound resonance technique developed by S. Vyasa. Then transcendental meditation of Maharaj and Savidaki Dhyan Darshana. This is by the Deva Samskrita University in Uttarakhand. It is based upon the Gayatri Parivar, Rishikesh. So we'll talk about it. So these are all the details of the syllabus. So how do you able to understand all these things? So some tips I will give you. First, we have to make a cognitive map, an imagery map. And when you go to sleep, you have to dream that imagery map. So one imagery map I will show you now. You see, this is an imagery map. So Samadhi, there are two types of Samadhi, Sabija or Savikalpa Samadhi and Nirbija or Nirvikalpa Samadhi. And in the Sabija Samadhi, it is Sampratnata Samadhi. So it has 6 stages. Vitarka, Vijara, Ananda, Asmita. And again, the Vitarka is divided into two, that is Savitarka and Nivitarka, and Vichara is divided Savichara and Nirvichara. Okay. Then we are coming to the Nirbija Samadhi. So the first one is the Asampratnata Samadhi. There is no object at all. And the progression of Asampratnata Samadhi, Bhava Pratyaya and Upaya Pratyaya Samadhi, you will enter into the state of Dharma Mega Samadhi, and last you come to the state of Kaivalya. So we will give this such a map to you. This is called a cognitive map. And because the pictures and something we made it, the mind can remember very easily. Okay, such tips we will teach you in this class. Yes. And you know, what is this? You know, what are the three circles? And these circles are nothing. This is the three types of Vedanta. So what is the Visishtadvaita Vedanta? By yes, Visishtadvaita Ramanuja. Ramanuja says that we are a part of the Brahman. And this our Advaita Vedanta by Shankaracharya says that everything is Brahman. And Madhvacharya says that we are not part, okay, by devotion and etc. This small individual, you and me, can enter into the circle. So this is the meaning of the circle. This is a cognitive map. Then we will talk about this. What is this? You know, this is an example for Ishavasya Upanishad. One example I am talking about. And what it says? It says that Ishvara is everywhere. And this is the meaning, Ishvara is everywhere. And what are the ways to this one attain Ishvara? One is Nivarti Marga, that is renunciation. It is only for the sannyasis, not for us. And what about us? Then Ishavasya Upanishad says that you make a desire to live 100 years. This is very good. But this 100 years you have to do Karma Yoga. So this is Pravarti Marga. And you have to lead the life according to the Purusharthas, Dharmartha, Kama Moksha, and Karma Nishta. But the knowledge attained from this Pravarti Marga, it is Avidya, and the Nivarti Marga is Vidya. And this Upanishad is the only says that this Vidya is also dangerous. They will go to in the dark hell, and this Vidya is also dangerous. Only you, if you have this Vidya, you will go to double dark hell, and this Avidya is also you will go to dark hell. So this Upanishad concludes that the real Vidya is Vidya plus Avidya. This is the true knowledge. And this is the essence of Ishavasya Upanishad. So the Upanishad sums up that the significance and purpose of human life, karma plus dana. This is the great summary of this Upanishad. So we will make such a cognitive map, and this cognitive map will help you to remember what actually Ishavasya Upanishad is. Okay, fine. So these are some examples, and this is even a Prasthanatraya. Again, Prasthanatraya has come here. So Prasthanatraya, this is on Purushartha, Dharmartha. It is based upon the Dharma. So the Dharma is the center. And this is Prasthanatraya. And Prasthanatraya, and what are they? There are Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, and Brahma Sutras. And one of the UGC and examination, Brahma Sutra is called Nyaya Prasthana or Sutra Prasthana. And Bhagavad Gita is the Smriti Prasthana. They may ask a question, Bhagavad Gita is Smriti Prasthana, Nyaya Prasthana, Sutra Prasthana, like that. Then you should be very much careful and confirm that it is Smriti Prasthana. And what is Upanishad? It is Sruti Prasthana. It is Sruti Prasthana. So these are all the lineages, etc. So let me stop here. So in this way, the classes will continue. So again, I will tell you, this class would be helpful not only for the purpose of UGC NET examination. The class will have an insight and will motivate you to understand yoga in a nutshell, what yoga is. And when you understand all this yoga in a nutshell, you would be able to design a program spiritually according to scientifically. And there is no need to rely upon the book somebody has written. And this is the greatness of this program. So again, I welcome you. All are already welcomed. I am very grateful. Those who are joined in this class. and YouTube link also we have given. And I don't know how many of them join in that YouTube because we thought that the number of persons will be more. So again, I will tell you. So this program, our UGC NET examination, not this one program coaching will start on 11th July 2025, 8:30 to 9:30 or 8 to 9:30. I think that 1.5 hour will be we need it. We'll give the time. Okay, after that. So you go through this. So the fees we will tell you after we make a group, those who are attending this program, and in that group we will post this, and whosoever is this one remitting or the registration fee, they will be added in the registration group. Okay. So am I right, Jayakumar, Shamnath?
Yes, yes, sir.
It is
Yes,
right.
sir. Yes.
Okay. So anybody has any significant doubt? Any significant doubt anybody has? Thank you, Master is okay. ആർക്കെങ്കിലും എന്തെങ്കിലും സംശയങ്ങളുണ്ടോ? കിസിക്കോ कोई शक है क्या?
സർ ഈ സാർ ഇപ്പോൾ കാണിച്ച PPT പ്രസന്റേഷൻസ് പോലുള്ള നോട്ട്സ് ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടാവോ? പ്രിന്റഡ് നോട്ട്സ്
അതെല്ലാം തരും. അക്കാലം എഴുതിയിട്ടുണ്ടല്ലോ നോട്ട്സ്. ആ ബ്രൗസർ we already written that. Bi-weekly, you go through the browser, we already written that in that. We'll give the notes also.
Okay, sir. Okay.
It is a foundation course, and that is why in the very beginning I clearly told you that it is not exclusively meant for UGC examination. It is meant for having a sound knowledge, alpha to omega of this program. And after that, Yoga Enlightened and Inzio, Yoga Studio, Jayakumar.
Sir. Sir.
Yes, please come and talk. Yes, Jayakumar, please come. You introduce yourself, Jayakumar.
Yes, sir.
You introduce yourself, Jayakumar.
നമസ്തേ സർ. എൻ്റെ പേര് ജയകുമാറാണ്. ഞാൻ ഇൻസിയോ യോഗ വെൽനസ് സ്റ്റുഡിയോയുടെ ഡയറക്ടർമാരിൽ ഒരാളാണ്.
Okay. Shamnath. Sham. Come
Yes,
to
sir.
the screen. Come to the screen, Sham.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Myself,
It-
Kumar from Trivandrum. I have one more suggestion. If any participant have not shared your name and contact number, please send it immediately. So we save that number and create a group, especially
Yes.
for the participant who are participate in our program. Thank you.
Okay. So Shamnath, they said the right thing. So you please, the chatter box, please send your WhatsApp number and this one. So anybody, otherwise we can conclude the class.
Sir, if you wanted to attend only this yoga class, because, for example, I don't have any master degree in yoga.
You can attend yoga class. Yes. Who are?
Anup, sir.
Anu, this Anu, Garantasam with Anu.
Yes, yes.
Okay, you can attend. We'll go for. So anybody, those who have, this is a significant question. Those who have this MSc degree or MA degree, because only with this degree you are permitted to appear for the examination. Shamnath and Jayakumar, please note this point.
Okay,
So
sir.
those people who doesn't have this. Yes, they can attend. Anup, you are permitted. Fees we will let you know. Tell me. My coffee every day. Shamnath. No, every day my coffee. Shamnath. It's okay.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir. Clear.
Okay. So I think that let us conclude the class. Right?
Okay, sir.
Okay, Jayakumar. Sham.
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So, okay, for a concluding prayer, So we'll make a group, Shamnath and Jayakumar, they will make a group for
Sure.
you. And that WhatsApp group you join immediately. The class will definitely start on 11th July, no doubt for that. And whatever the number of the students, since we have decided, we go for that. If the
Okay.
students are less, the rate of fee may be a little bit high. If more, if it is more than 100, we will see to reduce it. Okay, fine. So
Yeah.
thank you for all for participating and listening for us. Our team, Yoga Enlightened and Inzio Yoga Foundation, the director Jayakumar, and our great coordinator Sham of Trivandrum, and he has been with me for many years. And all are my very, very, very dear and nears. And most of the students are my disciples. I have very much acquainted with the face of many people. So that's also very good. So this program will be more benefited to you in many ways. Okay, so you'll get a overall idea about the classical yoga text, the psychology and integral therapy and integral counseling. So thank you for all. So by the prayer, pending the prayer, let us conclude the class. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Sandhu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Okay, thank you. Thank you for all. Okay,
Thank you.
Sham. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Jayakumar. Okay, Jayakumar. Okay.
Yeah.